All right, we move inside. Door panels are good. Window sills are good, or whatever this is called. All the door handles are good. Everything works well. My seats are good for the most part. The driver's side seat has a tear. I guess a mouse got into it right in the back that I need to work on. This side's good. That side's good. There was no headliner, which sucked at first, I thought. But it made getting the wiring in easier, so I don't have to go along the sill like everybody does. I have the wiring up in the factory location, and all that's brand new wire. Let's see if I can find it back here. Yeah, there's part of it right there. I don't need this wire, so I need to cap that off. But that's tapped into the original lights with the switch, of course. That wire right there, I don't know if you can see that. That coiled up wire is for a rear speaker for the amplifier. I put an amp in the radio. There's also a video on that. Gutted the radio, put an amp in it. I did, when I was wiring the car, with the turn signal harness that comes out of the factory harness. This is an add-on turn signal, of course. I lost the horn ground. So I'm trying to find that. I untaped all this. That was all taped up. So I'm trying to find the horn ground, but so far I haven't found it. Floor is pretty solid. There's that hole right there. But that's about it. I mean, for this area. Still had all the undercoating stuff on it that I peeled up. Now this right here is a different story. The guy I got it from riveted all this to it. So I have the floor pan. I'm not sure how far back it goes because I haven't done it yet. I'm probably going to go from here straight across and wherever. I'm going to get a new trans cover. I'm going to have a T5 in here eventually. Let me see. The e-brake is what I'm working on. I got to bolt that thing back to the dash. I had the dash out. I have the original ignition switch, which still works. I hooked it up to the harness, the new harness, with the push button. The push button should activate the starter. We're going to find out. There's the new ignition switch. I was test fitting it. It's not going to fit, so I'd have to cut the hole bigger and all kinds of stuff. I got all NOS cluster gauges. So you see those are all brand new. The fuel, oil, temp, and battery gauges are all brand new. NOS off eBay. They were only like 25 bucks a pop. So that's not bad. Don't know if the speedo works because I never drove the car before I bought it. Steering wheel will be black soon. I have the stuff to sand it and paint it and mask off everything. I just haven't done it yet. I still have visors that are, I mean, they're trashy looking, but they're okay, I guess. I do have the headliner bows. I just need to get the cash together to get the headliner put in once I'm done with everything. And I'm going to soundproof the crap out of this thing. What else? Clock is still looking good. I can't remember if I replaced that or not. Put the amp in the radio, like I said. So on the Chevy, I had a pull knob with the factory switch. You pull it out, the light turned on and the amp turned on. This I just hardwired in, so it's always going to be on. So the light will always be on. The amp will always be on. Down here, I have a tach, which autometer said would go back to 0 when I turn the ignition on. I have the water temp, and I have a voltmeter. Because I'm going to run the amp meter just so it's not a dead gauge. I think. I'm not 100% sure. I'm like almost positive I wired it in. But anyway, I'm running all these gauges just to keep a close eye on things. Got a new speaker in here. It's an Alpine. Is it Alpine? There's a video on that too. It's an Alpine 6x9, I believe. Got that little spot over there on the floor that has to be patched. Other than that, she's solid. But I'm doing the master cylinder before I do anything. I mean, just like on the Chevy. I went straight through the floor, made the job a million times easier. Got to get the dimmer switch wired in. There it is right there. Made these brackets. I lowered the seat 3 inches. Because it was, I don't know what the car was made for, but I feel like I sat way too high and too close to the steering wheel. So I moved the seat back and lowered. Not sure how far it went back, but I know I lowered it for sure. So it sits just right now. I made these brackets. They were actually, this is the original brackets that were on the front of the seat. I cut them off, and just welded it to some angle so it would be super rigid. which they are. Seat adjuster still works. Took me a while to figure out exactly how it worked because it was tight. It was locked up a little bit, but got that. I'm gonna have to pull the back seat and raise the tunnel a little bit back in the back. And I'll show you why here in a few. Door still shuts up nice and easy. The hinge needs new pins or to be replaced because it, let's see right here, let me see if I can show you. You can't really see it, let me see. I can't really tell I'm moving. My whole body's moving with it. So, let me walk around here. Got a bear claw latch in the door. So you push it down, it latches, pull up on the handle. Oh crap, I need the key. Okay, I don't have the key with me. I forgot this thing's not active till you turn the key. Anyway, I got it worked out. So I bent the bar all up and welded it and made it work. So it unlatches the bear claw. Gaping hole in the trunk floor for this damn stroller wasn't in my garage. I hate this thing. My daughter brought it home from her grandma's house, my wife's mom's. Made this frame for it at a 3/16 2x2 angle for the Mustang tank. I had a replacement floor pan in here on the driver's side, and I cut it out. If I keep the Mustang tank as part of the floor, that's going to be vertical straight down there because it's that wide. I don't think I'm going to. I might just replace the pans. I found it for $200 a pop from EMS. I have this piece along here because I have no body mount on this side. It's completely rusted out. This is all riveted sheet metal. There's the pan right there. Got that I need to put in. That body mount's gone. So I can't do anything. I want to start notching the frame and all, but I don't want to do it until I get the body mount squared away. Last thing I need to do is make this thing twist, and then I'm screwed. I'll show you this while we're here. 4-inch drop springs made by the same company that made them for Jamco, St. Louis Spring. 2-inch blocks that I made out of solid aluminum because those hollow ones crumble apart eventually. I just cut them to 2 inches. They're 2x2. Drilled the hole, tapped it and put a Allen head bolt in there, screw for the locating pin. This is an S10 axle, 2-wheel drive S10. It needed spacers. I think they're either inch, I think they're 1.5 inch spacers, and it's the identical width to factory. So that worked out pretty well. I might, when I'm in there, see if I can move the wheels in just a bit so I don't have to use a jack between the spring and the frame to get the tires off, which I do now. Huge pain in the ass, but that's okay. So the Mustang tank is 1 inch more shallow, I guess would be the right word, 1 inch shorter than the factory tank. I couldn't get my jack under the tank. Where's it at? I have one of those low profile ones. The car sat so low, I couldn't get the back end of the jack under the factory tank. I had a brand new one in there. And the car sat too low to be able to get the jack to the diff, to jack the rear end up. So that's why I decided to go this route. But I use my trunk floor, so I'm undecided on that. I gotta figure that out. I'm gonna put struts on here, like everybody does, the gas struts. Way too close, sorry. Gas struts on here to lose that thing, because I hate this rod. Not only does it make the trunk twist, but it's just a pain in the butt. If you need to do it one-handed for whatever reason, it's not happening. I do have new weather stripping for this. I just haven't put it in yet because I'm not in a huge rush. Here's all the new wiring back here. These were converted as well. The sockets were converted to turn signal, the dual filament bulbs. There's some wiring right there. That's